Yes, people, welcome back to the pregame show on Chelsea Perspective, where we analyze Thomas Tuchel's selection. And if you're in the chart, please let me know if you can hear me. That would be great. Today we're expecting quite a lot of changes given, you could say the reputation or the team that we're playing. But one thing that scares me the most is the weaker the team, the more we see a disjointed performance or maybe a below par performance, if you like. Thank you very much for confirming that you can hear me. An easy win today says a phantom of many topics. That's when I get scared when we say it's an easy win. So I'm still waiting to see the lineup. I'm looking at the fifth stands app. I haven't seen anything. The lineup, it just says team lineup now loading. It hasn't loaded it ever since. So we'll see what happens. I hope everybody is doing well today. Again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone, and I hope everybody is doing well. So let me know who you think would start before we see the lineup. For me, obviously, Vel, if you ask me. Have you seen the lineup already? The lineup isn't still showing on the fifth stand app. I think you may have to tell me what you used for your lineup so that I can catch up easily. But you can list it in the chart if you have the time. Okay, Lewis Hall, left back, Sarr, and Andreas Christensen. Okay, so he's fine. But Tonelli in post as expected, and midfield, Saul in the midfield. Who else? Okay. Let me check the fifth stands up. Hearing you from the US. Oh, thank you, Andrew James and Johnson. Good to hear from you guys. Give me a link. We don't do anything that will cause copyright issues. We don't have the right to show. We don't have the right to show the game. All we do is analyze the lineup. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Is mine different or something? So I'm going to check it again to see if I see the lineup now. Okay. Okay, let me see the lineup. I think it should be here now. Chat, somebody says. Big up to Strip Beer, Queen of all streams. Big up to Almighty Blues FC. Greetings to you, and big up to Chela Chain, and big up to Andrew James. And please, if you haven't, please smash that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so we can reach many other people. So I'm trying to find the lineup here so I can share the screen for you with you. And like I said before, we're hoping this is okay. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah, it is Bettinelli, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Christensen, Sarr, Lewis Hall, Ziyech, Kovacic, Saul, Pulisic, Lukaku, and Werner. And Kovacic, he captains the side today. Congratulations to him. That is good to see. And also we have on the bench Kepa Arrizabalaga. We have Simons, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. We have Becker on the bench. We have Barkley, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Webster, Havertz, and Vale. So let's see. What I'm trying to see is a structure. I think Stav here says it's 4-3-3. And again, greetings to everybody. So let me know what you think the structure is. I haven't seen the structure anywhere. Maybe Stav is correct. I think I saw Stav. You said 4-3-3. It looks like, okay, we'll see. We're usually not sure of the structure until the game starts, most especially when it's cup games. Yeah, and I'd like to say hello to the newcomers in the chat. Please do smash that like button if you haven't. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't also. Yeah, I'm expecting a win today, but usually, like I said before, um, like I said before, the weaker the opposition, or that's when I fear that we may lose the game. He said, Studio says, think the boss wants a win. Everybody wants a win, but it's usually not easy. Could be like the other night, Tuchel said 4-4-2 in possession, very possible. And if that's the case, I'd like to see them play the way they played the last time. And given that Ziyech is on the pitch, I like that formation because he was brilliant on that day. He had the freedom to roam, and again, he created. We saw the Ziyech that we paid for, and he was good. It was overall a dominant performance against Spurs. So I'll be taking your inputs one by one. We'll talk about it while we see if anybody will join the panel, so that we can talk about the lineup, and hopefully my screen will show the structure soon and the formation so we can talk about it. Yes, spicy clips. I have seen the lineup. Again, I'm going to give you the list, but the structure is what I'm not sure about. It is Bettinelli, Hudson-Odoi, Christensen, Malang Sarr, Hall, Ziyech, Kovacic, Saul, Pulisic, Lukaku, and Werner. So the question is how Kovacic and Ziyech, Kovacic and Saul will do if they're both in the midfield. That is, if we're deploying 2 6s, we'll see how that works out. Because the last time I think it was him and Jorginho, and they did very well. Could be like the other day. I'm expecting it to be like the other day, because this will be an opportunity to further play that system and get the players well acquainted with it before, employing it in bigger games, if you like to put it that way. So, yeah, I'm still waiting to see if those guys that I use their application, if they will show the structure of the formation, so I can look at it from there. The last time we played a non-league team was 2003. Only won 1-0. I was there. It was awful. And that's why I say the weaker the opposition, or the lower the division that they come from, the more concerned I am, given the Charity FC factor. So, but we'll see. 3-2-4-1. We'll see. I still haven't seen the structure of the formation. Let me know what app you're using, guys. Let me see if I can switch to that one. They are bringing the whole squad. Yeah. So I'm still not seeing the structure on my screen. But Lukaku, obviously the number 9. If you're in the chat, let me know what you think the structure will be, who plays where. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'm not sure. Okay, Sarr is there. Callum Hudson-Odoi probably will play as one of the 8 or single 8. It depends on the structure, but we still have not seen the structure yet. Let me know where you think each of the players will play. Whoa, that is serious. That is serious from Street BL. Let's see what that is. Let me still check if I have the structure of the lineup so we can talk about it. And this is a very good day to see what what's his name, Vale, what he does today with the opportunity, given that he is in the lineup. Hopefully he takes the opportunity. Sorry, wait, there is a... No, Vale is as a substitute now. I was thinking he was going to start. Maybe Tuchel is just trying to get to Lukaku firing on all cylinders, and maybe this is the perfect opportunity for him to score. And hopefully we don't see the what's it called again? The Charity FC factor in place. So I'm going to put the link in chat in case anybody there wants to join me in the panel. You're very welcome to come talk to us. Let's make it an open panel today. And if you're watching from Facebook, and this is your first time, I urge you to please come subscribe to the channel so that whenever we are online, you get notified, and whenever I upload a new video, you get notification. So here is the link to the panel. You are all welcome to join the discussion as one of the panel members. So let me see. Yeah, surprised not to see Vel starting, but you're right. It is time our main forwards get time together on the pitch. Yeah, they get time, but I'd give Vel an opportunity in this game. You know, as a youngster, I think this will be an opportunity, perfect game that his confidence will be high. I think it would. I'd prefer Vel starting over Lukaku. Maybe Tuchel's aim will be just to get Lukaku firing on all cylinders, because he hasn't scored. You could say, well, not he scored, but not as much as we would love to see. So maybe that's the reason for starting him. So we'll see what happens. Though I do believe we'll get a chance, but it depends on how the game goes. If we score like 3 goals or at least 2 goals in the first half, I think he will bring on Vel. But I'm surprised and I'm not happy that he's not starting. Again, Tuchel, I've always known him since I followed his career as a coach to be someone that gives younger players the opportunity, but it doesn't look like he's doing that much at Chelsea. He's a bit reluctant to start the younger players, so that begs the question what's going on, if it's changed, or maybe it's because of Chelsea's policy of you either win or you leave the club. Cho might play right wing back. Looking at the list, that's a possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility. I still have not seen the structure. I'm waiting for it here. That is really a possibility, but let me look here. Hudson-Odoi, Christensen, Sarr. What position does Hall play? Let me know if you're in the chat and you know. Please let me know position that Hall plays. I don't think Callum Hudson-Odoi will play as in the right wing back position. It doesn't look like it. Stab or Ainkate, please let me know what position does Hall play. Hey Chris, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I can't complain, man. Welcome to Chelsea Perspective. It's a pleasure having you here.
Okay, so I was just looking at the lineup. You know, I actually see only three defenders. You know, and
which is
it going to be like
Sarr, and
3
who?
at the back? I think it's Hall, because I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know the kid very well. That's why I'm asking you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I know all the other players, and I don't think any other player there, because there's Werner, Lukaku, Pulisic, Saul, Kovacic, Ziyech. None of them can play in a back three. I want to assume that is the Hall guy.
I think somebody in the chat is saying he's listed as a midfielder, Heviola. So we're not sure yet until we see the structure. I don't know why it is always like that when we're playing a cup game. It's always difficult to tell the structure of the team, but when it's like a league game or Champions League, we'll see the structure immediately. Maybe they're not required to submit what formation they're playing. I'm not sure. But overall, what do you think of the lineup?
Well, of course, it's with all of the circumstances surrounding the COVID and all of that, we really have our hands tied. You know, that's. I mean, it's obvious that Tuchel is just trying to, make good of a bad situation.
Yeah,
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we can do this for a game like this, but we can't do this next week with Spurs. We can't do this. It's obvious. Even on the bench, I really do not see any defender on the bench. Do you?
Yeah, on the bench we have Arrizabalaga, Simons, Baker, Barkley, Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Webster, Havertz, Vale, maybe because Vale can also play as a right wing back, I think. Baker is a defender, isn't he? That's Louis Baker, right? That's who we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's a midfielder. I don't know.
But he can also play as a defender. He's versatile.
But
I think
also
played...
in
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. But okay. Also, I'm wondering, is it going to be Pulisic or is it going to be who's going to be playing in the right wing?
The right wing back position.
Pulisic, or is it going to be
the right wing back position?
Yes, is it going to be Pulisic or Ziyech?
No, I don't think Ziyech will play as a wing back. I think Ziyech will play further forward. Although, because we're not sure until we see the structure. Go ahead.
What do you think the front three will be? If it's the front three, what do you think it will be?
Okay, let me look at it again. We have Pulisic, we have Ziyech. If it is 4-3-3, I will say, wow. It's difficult to tell. I would say Ziyech, I would say Pulisic. Yeah, and also, I would say if it is 4-3-3, then I would say Lukaku. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
I think the short two in front will be Lukaku, Werner. So who's going to be the third offensive player, attacking player rather?
Okay, stop. Can you help with that question? What do you think? Go ahead.
It's going to be between.
It's not easy, right? Now we see how difficult Thomas Tuchel's job is.
You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Staff will come in soon.
Okay, so I'm thinking, is it going to be Ziyech? Is it going to be Pulisic? I mean, it's for me. I know that in the midfield, it's definitely going to be Kova and Saul. That is,
that's the truth. Yeah,
Loftus-Cheek will come in for one of them.
Yeah,
Jorginho or Barkley. Barkley is going to play this game, obviously. So,
and if either of those two attacking players, Pulisic and Ziyech, will play right wing back position, it will most definitely be Pulisic because he likes to deploy him in that position. So, Staff, over to you. What do you think? What do you think the structure will be? Because we're not sure yet, as usual, when it's a cup game.
I think the structure is crazy. Because that team is just full of midfielders and attacking players. Okay, if I had to have a guess, let's assume I have to guess.
Yeah, okay, guess, Tab. Go ahead.
Right, I think it's a 4 at the back to start with.
Right, and 4 at the back, you remember what Chris mentioned here? We have only 3 defenders there, 3 known defenders. Maybe
there isn't. There's only 2 known defenders there.
Wow, it's even more difficult than you thought, Chris.
There's only 2 known defenders there.
How about Hall?
He's a midfielder. He can play. Let me think. Right back, I think. But I think this is me guessing. Okay. Yeah. Right. This is me guessing.
This is crazy.
Cezar Christensen are the 2 centre halves. Right. Hall, possibly right back. Possibly. Right.
Okay.
And I think that Callum Hudson-Odoi is going to play at left back, but we'll switch to a 3 when we're in possession.
I really do not see that one happening. But go ahead, Stab. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, because I think what he'll do is he'll switch the system when we're in possession. Right? He's not going to expect them to go attacking. I can't honestly give you. I'm just trying to play in my mind, right?
It is a puzzle. It is a puzzle.
I'm playing it in my mind because Callum's played at left wing back. Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Saul's played left wing back. Right. So I think he wants Saul in the middle, unless he's going to play Hall next to cover, right? And play Saul. The problem is that there's only 2 defenders on that pitch, right? Natural defenders. That's the problem, right? He's going to play someone if we go forward the back, he's going to play someone at right back and someone at left back who we don't expect to be there. Right?
Yes.
But he's going for people who can attack as well. If you remember the other night against Spurs, right? When we were on the attack, Alonso kept getting forward, even though he started off as the left back. Yeah. So when we attack up the left, whoever's the left back is, that'll be an attacking player. That'll switch into an attacking player. Then on the right hand side, if you remember, Azpi was getting forward as well, right? Because they weren't pushing into us and they weren't pressing us. A lot depends on how Chesterfield presses, if they press us or not. Because if they do the same as Spurs, it's not that big a deal who plays wide, because Tottenham didn't play with any real width, right? The right back and the left back are going to be people we don't expect to play those.
That's obvious.
That is obvious.
Right? Yeah,
that's
but
obvious.
what I'm saying is there'll be people with attacking qualities.
Yeah, that's the thing. So many of them, and that's surprising to me. What do you think about? Let me ask you this, Chris. I'll come back to you, Stab. You know Vel. You've seen glimpses of what he can do, and you must have heard about his qualities as a youngster. Why not? Isn't this the perfect opportunity to give him 90 minutes against this team? Chris, I'm asking you, what do you think?
Yes. Most times when we talk about this, sometimes some things that seem so glaring for all of us, just watching from the outside. I mean, I'm sure Tuchel, being the tactician that he is, understands all of the dynamics going on with COVID, with fitness, giving players time and all of that. I think in this game, Bale is going to play at least 45 minutes, at least. That's what I'm thinking. Because I see Kova playing not more than max 40 minutes.
Yeah, but it depends on how the game turns out.
Yes, of course. If we get goals early, and Lukaku will definitely be out early. Kova will be out early. Even maybe Werner will play more because he hasn't had so much game time. I see Kova, first substitutes, I see Kova going out, Lukaku going out. Even Werner going out. Saul probably will play most of the game, if not 90 minutes. I see Barkley coming on. I see Loftus-Cheek coming on. I see two or three of the youngsters coming in. That's what I think. Bale, I am thinking Bale is going to play at least 45 minutes. At least 45 minutes.
I think he's a good player. Go ahead. For Werner,
the problem is all the youngsters, right, are midfielders.
Yes.
So he's obviously looking to change that second half if we can get an early lead. They're all midfielders, and that includes Baker. Baker and Barkley are attacking midfielders, though. They're not defensive mids. I think, like an Ankit just for Ankit's comments, that Saul will be left back. I think he'll gamble in the middle and put Saul at left back.
You might be right.
Right.
Okay, I think I'm seeing the structure now. We're all in for a surprise. I'll share the screen in a bit, and I like it. I like it that we had the puzzle to solve. I don't think we were even close to what I'm looking at, and I think it's correct because Tuchel has played that formation before. But we'll talk about that. Let's digress a little bit before I share the formation on the screen. And what's his name? Enoch, I think this is on ESPN Plus. If you have the app, you have to get a subscription to be able to watch it. And now what we're doing, we're analyzing the team selection. We're not showing the game here. We don't have the right to show the game here. We're not going to show the game here. And please, from wherever you're watching, please do find time. It just takes you a second. Smash the like button to help us reach more people. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, to help the channel grow. So let's talk about this before I share the structure of the lineup.
Chelsea perspective,
now,
sorry.
Yes.
Chelsea, I have to leave now. But it was nice coming on your stream, and it's always nice to hear you talk and give your perspective about Chelsea games and all of that. So
I appreciate you finding time to join. Thank you very much, Chris. It's always a pleasure, and hopefully you will find time to join us next time.
Yes, you take care. Bye.
And you too, brother. So now, Stav, coming to you. What does this mean for Barkley?
Well, I think that we're going to try selling him in January to raise funds for somebody else.
Yes.
Do you know why Saul wanted to leave Atletico Madrid?
Because he's played at left back.
No, because he was being played as a left wing back. Right. If you're going to be played as a left wing back, right, then it stands to reason that you're capable of being a left back as well, right? But the trouble is, he's been playing well in midfield, and if he's only going to play Kovacic there, he needs a partner for him. But I still believe that two of our players who don't normally play full-backs are going to play full-back. Yeah. Whether that's
okay, let me share the screen.
Either that or he plays Hall in the defence.
Okay, let me share the screen. I think you got one correct, and we thought most definitely given the players on the pitch, I think most definitely we knew that at least one of them will play out of position, if you like. But I think it's all about. I think the intent is also to attack. But to me, it is so risky. I'm a bit scared right now. So here you go, Stav. You can see it now. It is 4-2-2-2, and I think that's what it is. Because if you look at the personnel on the pitch, you agree with me that that's the correct.
Yeah, well, I did say that. Is it Werner? Yeah. I can't really see the pictures properly. Is it Werner and Lukaku as a pairing on top?
Let me share it fully like this. I think it is. It is Werner and Lukaku. Yeah, then you wouldn't call the other guys 2 6s. You would just let's call them CMs. You have Saul and Kovacic. Yeah. And then we have Pulisic and Ziyech, 2 8s if you like. I don't know, wingers if you like. Then we have Lukaku and Werner. And again, it depends for Ziyech and Pulisic. It depends on the application. For you to call them 2 8s or wingers. And from Saul Niguez and Kovacic, I think rightly you can call them CMs. And then we have Hall as the left back and Callum Hudson-Odoi as the right back. But I still don't trust these because I don't see Tuchel playing. Yeah, I still don't believe this is it because I'd rather say they're playing.
That's the system. That's the system Man United use. Yeah.
For what game?
They use that all the time. 4-2-2-2. That's the system.
Yeah, and what do you think about the system?
Well, the thing is, somebody the other night said on your stream that they thought it was 4-2-2-2, right? Yeah. But then when Tuchel was interviewed after the game, he said that when we were in possession, he went 4-4-2, right? There is no way of reading Tuchel's mind, right? There's no way in when he does this, when he picks a standard team, and you know all the players in their positions, that's easier, right? But this is crazy, right? And it is
crazy.
Same the other night, you couldn't like. Actually, the other night was easier because he started with defenders. He had defenders, right? Because he had Alonso and he had Azpillicueta with the 2 centre halves. But this one's crazy, right? Because you're talking two strikers, right? The two up top, as your thing shows, yeah?
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's because he wants to try them two together as a pairing, right? And get a chemistry going with them. And he's using this game. What you're going to do, then what you're going to have is two. You're going to have two in the middle who are going to sit, yeah? And when we're in possession, they're going to be 4-4-2 with Pulisic and Callum Hudson-Odoi on the other side, right? It depends where Saul's going to play. That's the crucial one. So, who would have thought a few weeks ago we'd be saying Saul is the crucial one? If he plays as a DM, then you're going to have Hall in defence.
Sorry, Ankit is killing me. Ankit says it's like my Sunday football six-a-side matches just to defenders. Go.
I think it's 4-4-2 when we've got the ball. Yeah, 4-4-2 when you got the ball, and the two in the centre, whoever they are, right, are going to have the freedom. They're going to be sitting there protecting the defence and slotting in when the right back and the left back push forward. And then the other two are going to be in either side of the two in the middle. Are going to have the freedom to do what they want, basically, when we've got possession.
Yeah, given this comment here, if you can see the comment on the screen where Bobby says the Chelsea app has information when you click on lineup in the match. Yeah, it says it is 4-2-3-1. So it is not this structure. So Stav, if it is really 4-2-3-1, what do you think the structure will be?
Well, the complicated one is the defence, isn't it? The 2-3-1, you can like make your own assumptions as to 2-3-1, right? But the defence is what complicates it. And if he decides to play Saul at left back, that changes the midfield as well. That changes it too. So I still think, right, that you've got the two centre halves and the two centre forwards are the only certain positions. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I think that Saul is going to play at left back. Yeah. And maybe Hall will play at right back, or alternatively Callum. Right. And then in the midfield, you've got Hall next to cover. Yeah. Pulisic one side and Ziyech on the other side of that midfield. Starting the game. That's starting. Yeah. So when we attack, Pulisic and Ziyech will be floating behind the two strikers. Either side, they can go either side. Like they can go left or right.
Yeah, I know. Well, how about because Stab, if you can look at the app, it says the formation listed there is 4-2-3-1. So now it's hard to tell the back four. Like you said, I think probably Callum Hudson-Odoi falls in there. For me, that's my own. And the 2-6-6, if you like, are there already. But the 3 is where we have Werner.
Who's left back on that? Who's left back on that graphic?
I think probably Hall. It is Hall here.
Because I'm looking at my mobile phone, so the picture's not that great.
Yeah, it is Hall. Hall is placed as a left back guy here, and on the right back it is Callum Hudson-Odoi. That makes sense to an extent. And then the 2-6 says Saul and cover or CMs if you like, yeah. And then the 3 behind Lukaku will most definitely be Pulisic, Ziyech, and Werner with I think that's it. I think probably with Pulisic in the middle or Ziyech in the middle, but Werner I think will stay on the flank. Coming to you, Phantom, what do you think about the lineup and Thomas Tuchel leaving out Vale?
I think that they're using too many regulars. I was surprised. I thought there would be like Vale and a whole bunch of other academy products that people we've never even heard before. The Chesterfield team is one step below the League Two, which means they are the fifth league. We're first tier, right? Premier League is first tier, Championship is second tier, and so forth. They're the fifth tier. That means their players are not even fully professional. They have other jobs like being a waiter or being an auto mechanic or whatever during the daytime, and they're part-time soccer players. So there's absolutely no need. I mean, the United States women's national champion team could probably beat them. So there's no need to bring out, people like Lukaku and Werner and Pulisic and, the Hudson-Odoi and Christensen. I'm completely surprised at how many of our starting regulars are in this game. This is the fifth tier team.
Okay, how about, aren't you concerned about the Charity FC factor, which is clearly now a phenomenon that's maybe a psychological thing? The weaker the team, the more you fear for Chelsea.
I'm not. The entire team of Harvey Vales and Halls and Bakers and whoever else should be able to beat this team because, like I said, they're the fifth tier team, and I think that our academy is better than a fifth tier team. So this is going to be like 7-0 by halftime.
You have to remember. Sorry, go ahead, Stav. Go ahead.
I bet it's not 7-0. Right. Okay. I'll answer the comment there. I said in the chat, if you read my things in the chat, right, and you read it out. Yeah? The last time we played a non-league team.
Yes.
Yeah. Which was Scarborough.
Let me find that comment. Yeah, go ahead.
Last time was Morecambe, and Morecambe was in the league above this team. They were in League Two, right?
And I remember Staff says it was awful. It was awful. And we won by just 1-0.
Yeah, Morecambe, right? In the league, right?
Yes.
This team are not in the league. They're in what's called the pyramid. Yeah.
Yeah, aren't they in the League Two? Isn't that one level above this Chesterfield?
No, they're non-league.
I think he has this comment here. He has this comment here from Bobby that makes sense. We cannot play academy players when some first team squad members require minutes on the pitch. I think this makes sense for somebody like Werner. Like I think it was Phantom that said Werner needs time, or Chris who's just didn't have much time to stay longer. I think it makes sense to offer them, to give them minutes. But I think this is a perfect
comment was going to be. That was what my next comment was going to be. I did say I was going to respond to Phantom's comment. Bobby Fairview, spot on, right? And if you were listening in my comments when I said that it's difficult to gauge what the team's going to be as a whole, right?
Yeah.
He wants to try Werner and Lukaku together, right, and try and get a chemistry between the two of them going. And this is a low risk game to try that. Right?
Yes,
this is a no risk game. The odds of them winning today is 43-1. It's 43-1.
But that's on paper. That's the thing. That's on paper, and that's when you have issues.
There's no such thing in the FA Cup. There's no such thing. There's no such thing in the FA Cup. Yeah, okay, because we're a Premier League team and stuff like that. But if you start picking too many kids,
no. And last time you were talking about, maybe I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but is the team name Morecambe or Morecambe or whatever? Morecambe. Okay. The game was so difficult because it was raining and it was on their lousy pitch. This game is at Stamford Bridge, right? So it's not going to be rain. Even if it's raining at Stamford Bridge, it's still Stamford Bridge is an immaculate field. The reason why we were struggling last time was because of all the divots on the field last time. I mean,
but here's the thing. You can't. This is one thing I've learned since I've started following football is that you cannot absolutely script this game, and especially when it comes to the FA Cup. it's not as straightforward as it's in 1 + 1 in the FA Cup. It doesn't equal 2, and this season and the past season, well, I don't know when they coined the Charity FC thing, which I believe is a phenomenon. I don't know if it's a mentality thing, if it's a myth, or if it does exist at all. I fear whenever we think we're going to mop the floor with a team, usually it doesn't happen that way. It hardly happens. So except for us against Norwich this season. So what do you think about that? If you because you're saying you believe we're going to beat them, right? And I remember your comment saying it's an easy one. What do you think about the Charity FC thing? You think it doesn't exist?
No, Charity FC is for teams like Arsenal or Southampton or somebody else, on the lower list of the Premier League. I mean, this team here, we don't need Pulisic or Lukaku or any of these people. I think that we should use this game to try to figure out from our academy boys who can be promoted to fill some holes if we don't get the holes filled in the January transfer window. I do like to address the gentleman who just said, stick with the NFL or the Sounders.
Okay, so I saw that statement. Go ahead.
Yeah, my NFL team is the Dallas Cowboys, and my MLS team is Real Salt Lake. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So looking at it now, I'm not sure this because obviously this is wrong. I haven't found the right formation in the Chelsea app. This is wrong. So, overall, how do you think these guys are going to operate since it's 4-2-3-1, not what we're looking at on the screen? How do you think they're going to operate?
Is it me or somebody else?
Stop. I'll come back to you.
Okay. Firstly, right, I'll echo what Bobby Fairview said. This match is about giving people game time, building understandings, right? He's looking at these players. He wants them to get used to being in a team together, building the chemistry and things like that, right? With regards to the 4-2-2-2, I don't think
that's not correct. Yeah, because on the club's website it says it's 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, but I don't like that 4-2-2-2 bit because it's way too narrow. 4-2-3-1, right? Is basically possible when we're without the ball because then we can high press. He's trying things out in the game. Yeah. He's trying tactics. You're going to use them as a way of giving his players game time and trying out certain tactics and things like that. Yeah. It could be 4-2-3-1. It could be 4-4-2. It could be anything. You're not going to know until they go out on that pitch, and it could even take 5 minutes to even work out what they're doing. Right, until you see the ball on that pitch, you can't really fathom it out because it's just a team full of midfielders and 2 strikers. Even if you're looking at the defence, and 2 of them, there's only 2 defenders on that pitch.
Yeah, that's a concerning aspect. Does he show to you? Would you say it's lack of respect for Chesterfield, no matter what tier they are from? I think you should show them respect because I know you've watched fellow football long enough to know that it's not played on paper; it's on the pitch. The 90 minutes will cool. Yeah, the worst could happen.
I don't think that's what's in Tuchel's mind. I think it's just the way. It's just.
What do you think, Phantom? Go ahead. What do you think, Phantom?
Well, I think the formation doesn't really matter because of the fact that when they start the game, it's not like they're rigid in their formation. They switch back, 4-4-3, 3-4-4, whatever. Sometimes back 4, sometimes back 3. They change back and forth, and so and the players on the left sometimes play on the right and so forth to confuse the enemy. So it doesn't really matter what the formation is on paper. I'm just thinking that we're still using too many senior people because we still have a lot of games ahead that we don't want to like burn them out. Do you really? I mean, Werner needs time, but does Pulisic really need time? I mean, you could put Niguez in, but I don't think that you should have, Kovacic. You should rest him, probably rest Lukaku, for these bigger games. Hudson-Odoi hasn't played in a while, so play him. That's fine. I like Bertinelli. I'd like to find out what he's about. I like this Hall guy because we can find out what he's about, right? And Sarr can use this game to improve, but I would have put Vale in instead. But that's up to you.
Yeah, so you're all for Tuchel experimenting with the lineup. You're not really concerned.
Yeah, and also I think that if we're up like three or four points or goals by the halftime, they're going to just swap out a whole bunch of these seniors so that we can rest them for more important games such as Tottenham and Man City. My God, Man City is coming up too, right? So we really have to have rested players. I care more about rested players than about who wins this. I'd rather lose this game and rest the players. But I don't think we're gonna. I don't think that even if you played the entire academy, I don't think we could lose to this fifth tier league, team. Even if they're the best team in that league, still, I mean, they're below League Two, and that's how can you take them seriously? You don't want to disrespect people because you don't want to insult them, but I mean, how can you take this team seriously?
That's Phantom. You're killing me here. So you're all for Tuchel experimenting, and what if this game goes to penalties or if we lose it? What would you say? Because now I don't think it's okay not to, because the midfield you could argue is experimental. Have we paired Saul and Kovacic before?
I don't know, but I'm just saying it doesn't really.
The last game was Saul and Jorginho, right, in the midfield. Mm-hmm. So this time it's experimental, and I don't think it's worth the risk because the FA Cup is big.
Well, the FA Cup is big, but I really think that the women's national team could beat this Chesterfield team.
Oh my goodness! Come on. That's not right to say now. Okay, now let's talk about. I'm still not happy that Vale isn't starting this game, and I get the argument that we're giving time to players who just coming back from injury and hasn't played for a while. What do you think the youngster? How do you think the youngster is going to feel? Stav, if you're still there. Because the idea is to start giving them game time to show them, okay, there's a path for you to the first team. And we're seeing glimpses of what he can do. So leaving him out in this game, in the starting 11 for this game, how do you think the young star will feel? Because this is a perfect opportunity to give him 90 minutes.
I think Lukaku and Werner will both be out by halftime. I mean, because it's going to be 4-0.
No, even at that, that's a feeling. That's that feeling that you're not starting this game. Why?
Yeah, no, I should have. I wanted to start all of them. Yeah, no, I wanted to start all of the kids, I would have started 11 academy players, and then if it didn't work out at halftime, if we were down 2-0, then you bring in the Lukaku and the Werners and whatever and make it 4-2 by the end of the game. So I think he did it backwards. I think he did it backwards.
He did it backwards indeed. Stav, what do you think? How do you think the young star will feel because we all hoped that we all thought he was gonna start this game, but it just doesn't make sense to me. What do you think? I think
I said earlier, right, that yeah. I don't think he's gonna play that many kids. As it's turned out, he's starting with one. Yeah. And that's because he's a defender. He's a midfielder who can defend. He's picked a team. He wants to try these pairings out. He wants to see how each player gets on with the other player. He wants to finish the game early and then throw the kids on second half. Right? But you still can't underestimate anybody in the cup. Non-league teams have beaten top division teams before in the cup. You just can't. This cup's a totally. You would probably have to be. Don't wish to sound insulting, but you probably have to be English to understand the full meaning of the FA Cup. Yeah. Right? I think he's just trying to finish the game off right early, and then he'll throw the kids on. He wants to see. It's not just about seeing Werner and Lukaku together. It's about giving them game time to build an understanding and chemistry. If you remember Malmo, he played them together there, and they both went off injured. Malmo away, right? So that's what this is. This game's been used. He still wants to win it, but he's using it to build chemistries, understandings, and to see whether these combinations can play together. Right? I mean, I think that both of them will score. Right? I think that Pulisic, Ziyech, and whoever else plays in that three, if it is a three, behind, well, it'll be Werner, won't it? Werner wide. But that's why I think it's a 4-4-2, because I think he wants to see Werner and Lukaku as a pairing. Yeah? That's why I think it's a 4-4-2. That's
I think it makes sense, but the truth is we're still not sure of the structure, because the app is telling us something else, and this guy is telling us 4-2-2-2. But I think you said 4-4-2 also, and like you said, Stav, you never can be sure until they're on the pitch. Okay, now coming to you, Phantom, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that it's. I think he did it in reverse. Okay. You should have started with the 11 academy players, and then by halftime, if they're no good, you take them off. Or, if you want to give Lukaku and Werner, start them at 70 minutes. And, if we were down 2-0, yeah, sure, you just replace all of them and you bring in, the seniors. But I really think this is a missed opportunity to see what kind of... Yeah, go ahead.
And then you find yourself 2-0 down.
So it's a fifth league team.
Wait.
Phantom, you got to show them respect. Go ahead, Stav.
You find yourself 2-0 down, right? And you send on players who have to play against something we've struggled against, right? Deep lying 11 defenders. They won't even have a forward at 2-0. Everything will be designed to keep us out. And then you've got that crowded area, and you've got our players trying to get in there and find a way through, right? This way, right, he gets to see the players he wants to see, in the system he wants to see. He sees them as pairings, three midfielders, if that's how he's going to go, whatever. How far back do you go, Couch? Sorry.
Look, you're making us out to be like the Spurs. We don't lose these.
No.
We don't lose these kind of games.
I'm not. Yeah, we do lose these games. I'll go back to the 70s. I've seen us lose games. I've seen us lose games like this.
Yeah, it has happened before. And okay. Now let's we have just a few minutes to round up so that we can all go watch the game. Just 2 minutes actually. Stav, overall, take a minute to tell us what kind of a game, and I'll come back to you, Phantom. What kind of a game do you think it will be?
Yeah, I think we'll destroy them early on. And then
that scares the heck out of me when we feel like we will mop the floor with the team.
And that'll put the kids on, right, in the second half. But the players he's got on the bench are all midfielders, the kids. Right? Yes. So what he's going to do is, if we can get a decent enough lead, he's going to replace Kovacic and whoever's playing next to him.
Mm-hmm. Right? 4-0 by halftime.
So what do you think will be the result? Outcome?
Quite possibly 4-0. That's my whole point. Kill the game, then you bring the kids on, let them have their run out. And I don't think Harvey Vale's going to be upset, because he's been he's been called in and he's training.
Understood. Phantom, take a minute. Tell us what do you think. What kind of a game do you expect, and what do you think the outcome will be, so that we can round up and go watch the game We're just 4 minutes away before the game starts.
Actually, I'm not going to say nothing because who knows what Bertinelli's going to, produce out there. I know nothing about this guy, so
Okay. Just let us know. What do you think the outcome would be? What kind of a game do you expect?
I think we score 7, but how many they score is up to Bertinelli.
Bertinelli's played championship football with Middlesbrough.
All right. And that's it for us today. And thank you very much, Stav, again, for making yourself available. And you, Phantom, it's been a brilliant discussion. I want to thank everybody in the chat, Just Viola, the queen of all streams herself, Street Beer, Ankit, my friend from Almighty Blues FC, and also Bobby Fairview, everybody that have joined us. Sorry if I did not mention you. I am a human after all. Thank you so much, guys. See you guys in the next pre-game show. God bless you all, and bye.